Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 9th through the 15th. I got great news for you. Mercury, that's been retrograding in your sign since the middle of October, is deciding to station direct. Okay, is going to station direct this week on Thursday and start moving forward on Friday. And so finally, yay for that, right? You have some interesting overall energy. This is allowing you to change your story. Okay, so this retrograde in your sign has been allowing you to really reevaluate a lot of things in your life. And we are currently having a Mercury retrograde, and since Mercury rules your sign, also helping you to do this reevaluation. Mercury stations direct on the 18th. And so this reevaluation, it feels like a rewrite. It's almost like you have been given the opportunity to decide what it is that you want to do, who you want to be, who are you, and what are your dreams and your goals for the future. So here we have the you can be your own knight. You can always rewrite your story. And you deserve sugar, not salt. And so the salty stuff that's been going on around you, you can change it. You can rescue yourself. You can change the story. It's all up to you. You have the power. And in here, the key to the situation is the book. So this is about you changing the story that you tell yourself, about your life. And everything that came through it was really an opportunity for wisdom to come in. Because here we have the card of wisdom in the owls, the birds here, hanging out in the area of what's been draining your energy. And so learning these lessons has been draining because you're used to everything being fast. I'm like, do this, do that, do this. And you've been having to slow down and really look at things so that you could really learn something. And it's been a little bit of a struggle. Your overall energy here, you have this freedom card. You have the rider. It is a horse from a merry-go-round that has broken free and is flying over the rainbow. You don't get a rainbow unless there was a storm first. And so this big shift in energy is happening for you now. I do want to caution you that as energy is shifting and it's picking up speed, to try to remember the lesson of remembering to slow down to look at the details of things. Like the gift about being Gemini is how quickly you pick up and you notice things. But because how do you transform the situation is the mice, and the mice is about paying attention to details. Focusing in on details is going to be how you transform your situation, whatever that is. And there's a need to be very authentic to who you are now. You've been undergoing kind of a renovation, right? First you had the North Node go through your sign for like a year and a half there, and then now this extended retrograde of Mars in your sign. And so this renovation period has all been about you. Here we have the card of the masks. Looks a lot like a Gemini card, right? But it's about the story you tell yourself and the story you tell others. Are they the same thing? What is your story? What is your story? And so whatever it is that you choose it to be, it's going to require you to be consistent and persistent in order to draw and bring it in. And so you kept wondering when you were going to get moving forward. When am I going to get to my goal? Here we have the maze and the card of time in what you've been looking for the answers for, right? And this week, things start shifting and changing for you. Because in the area of the obstacle to overcome, we have the man of action. He kind of looks like Mars there. It's been a struggle, not moving, not having anything, but there was a gift in it. And that gift is the wisdom and the knowledge that you received. And how do you apply it now? How do you change your story so it's a story that you love, that you enjoy, a story of hope and happiness? And of good luck. And so things slowed down and almost ground to a halt. And now they're going to start slowly moving forward. And Mars doesn't clear its shadow, I don't think, until we get to the equinox. So it's a slow getting up to speed. And he's all the way back at 8 degrees of your sign. And he's going to move forward to 24 before he clears his shadow. And then he's going to spend the rest of March. So all the way through March, he's hanging out in your sign, really getting you up to speed, getting things moving. And so it requires you to be very disciplined. What energy do you anchor yourself into? We have the whips. Now, the whips can be sharp tongue. This can be very much about attacking somebody verbally, and I know that Spirit did not say to anchor your energy down into that. So this is about being consistent, persistent, and showing up for yourself. This is a journaling process where you every day show up and you journal to rewrite your new story. This is not about the story of who you were in your anger and your resentment toward, right? This is the story of hope. This is the story of overcoming. This is the story of moving forward, of being your own knight in shining armor. We don't need anyone to rescue ourselves. We're totally capable of doing that for ourselves. In the heart space, you have a lot of potential here. We have the card of the heart. So this is coming home to yourself, but this is also reflective energy. It's mirroring energy. What we put out into the world is what we receive back. Here, the masks are looking away from each other, and that's where we hide who we are. And here is where we face who we are. So in your heart, you really look at yourself and you say, this is who I am, and I love who I am. And when you love who you are, and that is the image that you put out into the universe, you are going to draw and attract to you opportunities or people or situations or relationships that mirror your sense of love for yourself and who you are, the self-knowledge, because you have the card of luck in the area of resources. So things are changing and shifting for you in a very beautiful way. But you're going to have to remember to pay attention to the details. The biggest lesson of everything being so slow was your opportunity to learn how to look at things on a deeper level. Don't forget that lesson, because that lesson will serve you well. Okay. On Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, we have the moon in Virgo. Okay, and we have this nice earth trine between Uranus and Taurus and the moon, and then Mercury, your ruling sign, in Capricorn. But again, he's in retrograde, and with him in retrograde and you having the whips here, I'm a little concerned because you have the Five of Swords that showed up, which is the sharp tongue, which is saying whatever just to win. I do like, though, that it says here, walk away from dishonest associations. People who are not revealing their true selves to you, or people who are hiding things from you. I think that now that Mars has done this retrograde, you've learned a lot, and you might identify this easier. So realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't best for you and your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. And so disciplining yourself to walk away from what doesn't serve, because it comes with this beautiful Six of Cups, which tells me that you will be moving toward something that reflects who you are and your value systems now, as you've been undergoing this change over the last couple of years. With this, coupled with this, it's very interesting because it says the return of people or romances from your past and remembering events differently, in a better or worse light than they really occurred. So again, what was revealed and what is kept secret, and perception. How do you see things, right? So allow that just because it is what you think, it might not be the whole picture, because with Mercury in retrograde, that's a lot of confusion. So I would just say that this is a week to be very cautious and maybe keep a little bit more to yourself and not share so much out there. And also don't take everything at face value that other people are saying, because communication is going to be very muddled this week still. You know, we got another, Mercury doesn't clear its shadow until the 7th of February, so I would say even all the way through then. That moon in Libra, though, Friday night is the 13th, but it has great energy for bar night, for going out and having some fun, because now Mars is direct in your sign, and that's trining the moon in Libra. which is really chatty and fun, and Venus, who can be really chatty and fun when she is hanging out in Aquarius. And so this is beautiful energy to be working with. I do think you can get a lot done during the day if you really focus on the long-term projects, and especially if there's something online that you do have the Beaver spirit. So using this energy to really manifest and create after finally not being able to, now things are moving in the right direction. So now get down to work and try to get things accomplished, and then get out and have some fun. We have the card of the unicorn. This is, to me, Aquarius energy. Really looking to the future, seeing the bigger picture, but also the unicorn is that it's a rare opportunity, is what it feels like. It feels like a really rare opportunity to accomplish something. This is hard work. The beaver shows up every day. This is the whips. Shows up every day, does the work. And this is what you're going to be asked to do this year. In order to manifest and bring things in this year, we have to put in the work. We are going to get out of this year what we are willing to put into it. And so having that vision for the future, the unicorn, seeing the big picture, and then being willing to start laying the groundwork, doing the first part of the project, getting things in order. This is a great opportunity for you to really get things moving in the way you want to go. You are being so reminded of this other thing. What you put out into the world is what you get back, right? This mirroring effect, and you have the card here that came through for that moon in Scorpio of the mirror. The lady of the mirror, reflection and non-judgment. Don't judge yourself and don't judge others. Just see things for what they are. Be as authentic as you can be, and look for people who fit in with you. Like, it's okay to be with people who resonate with you, who have similar dreams and goals. And I don't really want to encourage ultra tribalism, because I want to say is being accepting of yourself and being around people who are accepting of you. They may not be exactly as you are. They may have other ideas and thoughts. You're Gemini. You totally can assimilate other people's ideas and see the value in them. And that is a superpower that you have. So I really want to encourage you to use that, to see that your way of looking at things and other people's way of looking at things doesn't have to be the same. There's going to be good stuff about both of it and bad stuff about both of it. So non-judgment, to seeing things for what they are, accepting them, and going back to being very curious. It's time to start getting really curious again about things that are outside of you. You've spent several months being very curious about what's internal, and you're going to be starting to open up to curiosity about what's external to you again soon. And that is where you're most comfortable. So look for the other people who are seeking wisdom and knowledge. I think you're going to find that very beneficial. All right, I'm starting a new series. I can't talk. Mercury in retrograde is killing me. I'm starting a new series called Success, and those videos for the air signs come out on Wednesdays. It's Mercury Day on Wednesdays, so be on the lookout for that. And there's one coming out this week as on the 11th for you. And I thank you so much for your likes and for the comments and for supporting this channel. I really appreciate that. You can catch me on Facebook every day, or do a little bit more into the astrology. Have a great week. This looks like a real opportunity to tell the story of who you are in a way that maybe will surprise you even a little bit. All right, I'll talk to you soon.